Hi again, everybody. My name is Greg Anderson, and this is the Good Timekeeping Show with Greg Anderson. And today I'm going to do a modification on this CasiOak watch right here. I recently did a review of this yellow one, and I thought to myself, well, this is good, this is fun, that's as far as I'm going to go. And then someone on Amazon was selling this one brand new. It's just the black variation of this same watch here. This one has tough solar and Bluetooth and the positive LCD. And they were only charging $99 for it. It was one of those kind of flash sale type things where someone on Amazon was selling it for just $99. And I thought, I better get one now if I really want to at that price, because that price is probably going to go away soon. And before I had time to even make a video for you to tell you about the incredible price, yeah, it was done. But I had also ordered this. So for $99 for this guy here, and then about $109 for this little modification kit, had enough to try this. So we'll see how this goes. You know, if you wanted to, you could buy a CasiOak already metal, tough solar and Bluetooth from Casio. It would not have the positive LCD. It would be a negative LCD there. And they've got a few variations in metal, and they're like at least $400, most of them above $500. So here I am for just a little bit more than $200. I'm going to see if I can do, and this should be a really simple modification, really, because I just have to take off the watch band, just a few screws to get that resin bezel off, and then this will come on. So let's just go through the whole process and see how this turns out. All right, so here's the original version of it, and it's got those quick releases there for the spring bars. So let's just see how quickly those actually work. So here we go. Just pull that back. All right, that was pretty easy. I'll do the other one. Okay, and that was pretty easy. Now it looks like there are 4 screws here that hold this original bezel in place. So the kit came with a couple of screwdrivers, both a Phillips and, you know, just that blade style screwdriver. So I'm gonna take off this bezel right now. Looks like I need the Phillips head screwdriver. And I'm doing this on top of this piece of microfiber cloth, so that if the little screws fall off, with any luck, the microfiber cloth will catch any of those tiny pieces. They won't roll away and get lost. So this should be really pretty straightforward and simple. Okay, with those 4 screws completely loose, and I'm going to just pull them out so they don't get in the way of anything else at this point. I should be able to just kind of wiggle this this bezel off. It's made from a flexible plastic, so I can just gently, I got to get it up around the pushers or the buttons, and then it should come right off. So if I can get 2 of them up over the pushers. All right, that wasn't so bad. And now here it goes. All right, and this being such a simple thing to do, I suppose if I decided I really wanted to get it back to its original condition and just put all the original resin pieces back on, wouldn't be too difficult. But there's your basic module. And now all I have to do is cover it up with this metal stuff. This comes nicely wrapped in, it's kind of an extra thick sort of saran wrap type stuff. So I'm just gonna peel this off real quickly. Okay, and there it is. Basically, it has the look of a Royal Oak watch with those little screws embedded in the top of the bezel there. It's all kind of one piece here with the bracelet attached to the bezel, and then down here what they call a butterfly clasp that it's got some more plastic on there. But basically, I'll be able to remove some links here. Looks like tiny screws to take some links out if I need to fine tune this for the fit on my wrist. But everything's looking pretty good so far. So I think it's just as simple as figuring out which, what's the top and what's the bottom on here. Is it perfectly symmetrical, or is there a distinctive top and bottom? I don't know. But I think all I need to do is press this in place like that. Okay. And there you go. It's looking pretty good already. Now it came with new screws, 4 new screws that I can use to secure that. Just replace those in there. So why don't I do that right now? Just make sure everything is aligning correctly. Okay. Actually, they gave me 5 screws. They gave me an extra one. These new screws are the blade style screw head. So I'll use this screwdriver. And I'm just going to be very gentle getting these into place, making sure they fit right. I don't want to over crank anything. Just make it snug without being super tight. Looks like that worked just fine. Let me do the other 3, and I'll have a leftover screw when this is done. All right, I think I got some fingerprints all over it, but apart from that, it looks pretty good. Now, there are a lot of other kits out there. This one just happened to say that it was compatible with this model of watch. If you get the GA-2100 compared to the GA-B2100, which is this one, I'm told that the thickness here, the depth, if you will, is 0.1 millimeters thicker on this one than on the GA-2100 that's not Bluetooth. So, but according to the listing, when I saw this on Amazon, it said it would be compatible with both the GA-2100 and the GA-B2100. So just make sure you've got that figured out correctly. And it looks like everything else, it just lined right up. Those 4 screws are going to keep that together. And there I go. I think since I didn't do anything to affect the case itself, and I didn't do anything to affect these little screws that hold the case back on, I think we can still expect the 200 meters of water resistance and all that stuff going on there. And it just makes that, just kind of classes that up a little bit, I guess, and makes for a metal version that I think gives more of the look of the Royal Oak watch, the official Royal Oak watch. So let me just try this on my wrist real quick. Okay, that butterfly clasp that goes in 2 different directions there. And it's loose. Okay, I'm going to take a link out, or maybe a couple links, and just until I get that just to be a really nice fit there. But how's that look so far? Pretty good? Would you say, hey, that's a much better manifestation of the Royal Oak? Do you like that? I mean, it's too bad I already missed the resin, the black resin look, but maybe I'll find another deal and get one of those later. But as far as getting my own metal CasiOak for only a little bit more than $200, I think I did pretty well here. I think the metal should work just fine. I mean, I can try to double check and make sure that the Bluetooth works just fine, that the metal isn't affecting Bluetooth reception. I'm going to assume it'll be just fine. If I find out otherwise, I'll just make another video. But if there's no other video out there where I'm telling you that there's a problem with Bluetooth, then you can assume that there is no problem with Bluetooth when I have this watch like this. How do you like it? This particular kit, Custom Oaks, if you're looking for what I got, I just found this through Amazon and bought it that way. So the stuff actually arrived in a tin like this. It looks a little bit like, you know, a G-Shock tin, and that whole thing was inside a box like this, which also then gave me, you know, the screws and the screwdrivers and everything I needed to complete the job. Now, let's just try this and see how well we can take out a link or two. So I'm going to use this tiny screwdriver, and it looks like these are just screws holding these links in. So let me see if I can undo them. So as I look at this, it looks like what I've undone here is a tiny rod with kind of a threaded end near where the screwdriver attaches there. So if I just take that, unscrew that enough that the rod can pull out, then I can remove a link and then put that rod back in, and then it's all back together. So that's with one link removed. Let me try this on my wrist now and see how close I am to a better fit. Okay, a little bit better. I don't know. It feels a little loose. I guess I could try one more link out or just leave it like this for a couple of days and see what I think of it. I don't know. That's not bad. Not bad just as it is. So maybe I'll leave it like that. And then looks like, oh, one more piece of plastic just protecting that end there under the butterfly clasp. So not bad at all. I think I'm set for today. And yeah, what do you think of this modified CasiOak for under $210 before tax? What do you think? I think I'm going to like this. Hey, I'm kind of curious. Let's weigh the original version of the watch. Comes in right around 51 grams. Okay, what about now the metal version of the watch? Look at that, 152 grams. So a whole 100 grams heavier than the original configuration when you go with the metal. But I do think it's a good balance. It really doesn't feel heavy on my wrist. It's just, it's metal. It's going to weigh more. Now I wonder, as long as we're dealing with quick release spring bars, maybe it wouldn't be too hard to release this spring bar up here. Okay. Take this part of the watch band off and put the black one on and just see how easy it would be or how difficult it might be to make that swap. All right, that feels like it's in there pretty well. Some G-Shocks are kind of notorious for having it be very difficult to get down in there to the spring bars, but with these quick releases, it looks like that was a pretty easy thing to do. Now let's see. How do you like this kind of bumblebee version of this Bluetooth CasiOak? What do you think? Let's try it on. I don't know. I think I'll change it back to the way it was, but there's an option for you. Especially, do you have a favorite, team that the colors are black and yellow? I don't know. You could try that. Okay. But yeah, that was a pretty easy thing to go back and forth. I guess if I really wanted to, I could put the black bezel on here and I could effectively have, the black Bluetooth CasiOak with a yellow pointer on that little dial there. I don't know. I got some options. It's kind of fun since Casio doesn't really sell any ready-made kits from them with the express purpose of having fun with those quick release spring bars. But I guess, I've got a few parts here. I can have some fun all on my own. And, let's be honest, you've probably searched out some other modification videos already online. And this is probably one of the simpler things to do. Not very invasive, really. And if I decide to ever go back to its original condition, that should be easy to do. I'm going to save this link right here in case I ever need to get it a little bit larger size. I'm going to save this bezel and all these original screws. And right here, there's a lot I could do. I could switch this right back the way it was in just a few minutes, and it really wouldn't hurt anything. I could put this metal stuff onto here and see the face is a little bit different. The hands they appear a little bit thicker because they're painted white on the edges, and this one's painted black. If I want the yellow pointer versus the red pointer, I could just take a few minutes and put everything here onto there, or I could get another one of these. I don't know. As long as these watches are relatively cheap, who knows what I'll do. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you for now. Have fun if you want to try any of these modification kits. I think this is one of the simpler ones you can get and really easy to change the size with those those threaded rods that go in there on the sides of the links. So, all right, now I'm going to have fun wearing this for many days and see how that goes. And I hope this gives you a better idea of what you might want to do if you want to buy a CasiOak watch or you might want to buy a CasiOak modification kit. This is the one I used. Looks pretty good. Here's all the different angles on it. Still a little bit loose for that thing there. So that's what it looks like. It does increase the weight of the watch, obviously. but it feels nice and balanced. And if you're going to wear a watch with a metal bracelet anyway, it's right in line with what you would expect from the way those feel and look. I know there was a different version, a different kit to turn your CasiOak into a metal watch like this that had a fake crown right there. So I picked this one because it didn't have a fake crown. The crown would have served no purpose anyway, unless you just thought it makes it look more like a royal oak. But to me, this is really good. Oh man, I really like this. Hope you do too, and I hope you'll join me because I have more episodes coming up right here on the Good Timekeeping Show.